Well lads, welcome down a car again. This is for the fishermen of the world now and not the pricks of the world, yeah? I'm out here, I'll give you a look at the river lads. I was out here last night, the water was rising. The flood on the main Mulcair, flooding the Newport River. Not the biggest flood you ever did see now, I thought it might be higher, but we'd look, I'd say it was higher last night. But we're still rising too. Grand sup of water on that there now lads, today, grand sup of water on that. Yeah. That's what you call perfect water for fish to travel in now. Right, that water now in June, oh boy, you've on the pig's back, the pig's back. I'll see the rising or dropping, I'll have a little look, I'll keep an eye on something. I'll go over here and have a little look. Oh yes, I can see she's down, she rose last night. Look, she's down about, she dropped about 4 or 5 inches since last night. When I was out here yesterday evening, it was rising. See the leaves there? She was obviously up to there last night. Drove around, so the top of that stone would have been covered, it would have been lapping over that, which means perfect water on both rivers. The main Mulcair and the Newport River. So this video is for the fishermen around Ireland there up in the Upper Shannon and all the lads there up around Galway and any other rivers in Ireland. If you want to know what way the water is down here, that's what you call perfect water now lads. If there was any fish travelling, now I know it's September but still you always get fish running in September. When I was a child we used to come out in September and the fish would be going like crazy. So you can see the colour of the water is a bit more sandy today. That sand is coming off the Newport River over. I was over there yesterday, it was rising. It rose about 4 inches in about 10 minutes. Because the thing about the Newport River is, it's only about 16, 17 miles long. And about 10 of them miles are down through the mountains. So it picks up a lot of sand. The whole Newport River is really sandy bottom the whole way up along the way. I know, I walk and swim it all my life. And this is the main Mulcair River. This is about 36, 37 miles long. And it's mainly coming down through flat land all the time, so it doesn't get that coloured, you know what I mean? Gets a normal old flood colour alright like, but the Newport River is always sandier, i.e. has a very sandy bottom, or gravel. As well the Mulcair River, well it has a silky bottom. So anyway lads, I just say come out here and give you a look. Today is the 12th of September 2022. So I'll just have a little look. I was going to do a bit of fishing but I have other things. I'm caught up in a bit of a heat today. I'd love to go fishing, the water is perfect. But obviously, as you can see, I'm busy doing other stuff. So look, I have a few minutes. I said I'd pop in while I was passing and give the fishermen of Ireland or fishermen anywhere who like to look at rivers an idea what way things are. Like as I said before now lads, I got a lot of spring fishing here down through the years and a lot of grill, i.e. pale. We call them pale here in Limerick. But this is really a fantastic river. There used to be a salmon up there carved on the wall. A plaster put him up, I forget his name, I know the man well. And the fishermen, we had a wall built here back in the 80s and used to wrap around the river and come into the far over arch. And that water used to always be about 1.5 foot higher than it is now. It always held us up with water. But they came on and they dropped the weir, and that dropped the water level the whole way back up to Mulcair. And then they built these stupid steps here. That's not for the love of the river, that does nothing for the river. That's all for people in the pubs to come down and sit down. And this is what they do when they come down. Bottles here, bottles there, rubbish, rubbish. They fuck their rubbish everywhere. That's what they do. So they made it handy for people to come down dumping their rubbish. I see the fisherman's friend was around there last night. He was there only a minute ago. The stock, he was catching all the dace over. He was getting dace galore over there. And I was thinking he's doing more work than the IFI does. And that's fact, right? That's a fact. Yeah, so as I said, this was a fantastic river. I remember when I was a child, when we built it was the fishermen who built the wall the whole way around. I remember I done a salmon on the wall below as well. You know, on top of it, when it was plastered, I drew a big salmon on top of it and I wrote my name. Back in the 80s, boy. My father, Sonny Troy, Patrick O'Keefe, one of the best anglers in Ireland he was. Now I know there's a lot of great anglers, but my father was known throughout the places. Sonny was the man. You could nearly tell what was going on by knowing if Sonny was there, there's a good sign there's fish there. So, he's one of the top anglers, by may he rest in peace. He's then gone about 5 years now. But the one thing he didn't know about the rivers, he fished all over Ireland. He brought me to rivers fishing, the North, the Shore, the Barrow, Galway. Look, we went everywhere, and the same with hunting, pheasant hunting in the winter and rabbit shooting as well. So it's in the blood, fishing and hunting is in the blood. Taught me how to read the rivers, how to read the water, when the water's right, when it's wrong, what to use, when to use flies, when to use worms, when to use baits, when to forget about it and head on back home. Same with the hunting, how to hunt with your dogs, how to hunt your rabbits, how to hunt ducks, how to hunt geese. So like, we done it all. It's in the blood, as I said, and it's just the way it is, in the blood. And my granduncle Morris Troy caught some of the biggest fish ever caught in the Shannon, the man caught. Look him up and you'll find the man with the salmon, Morris Troy. Another legendary fisherman. So anyway lads, enough about me and my old story. So anyone who gets on now and watches my video and complains, do yourself a favour, right? Pack up your shit, move on. No one's forced you to watch the videos. As doctors to be coming on complaining, all they're doing is talking. And I said it's called catching, fishing and not catching. I have videos at home where I have caught salmon, but I just didn't put them up. But I'll have a look through and show you and put them up, yeah? Sometimes I don't get a chance, they're in the files there somewhere. But a lot of times I leave the salmon off. And what happens as well is when you catch fish, you're in a fish, you're trying to play out the fish. The last thing in your mind is the camera. Camera's only when you're sitting down relaxing. But when you're in a fish, you can't hold the camera and play out the fish at the same time. So there you have it. So that's how it goes. So we'll have a little look at it. See lads, you're bound to see something going. That is perfect water. As I said, I'll keep an eye on it to see it rising. Now I know it's dropping, but you had a lot of rain yesterday throughout the day, so that could come up, drop off a little bit and then rise again, you see. Fish would have, if there was any fish there now, they would have went this morning for sure. Like that hole there's always fish in that hole there. When they're travelling now, that is. You'll see them now next month, October, November, I come out there when the water's low and you'll see them in around there like. There comes a lot of fish there back in the Shannon, you see. Shannon River's only off down there about 2.5 to 3 miles. You come into the Shannon. So a lot of fish there back in the Shannon. They just wait there till the end of September, early October. Then they start moving up along slowly. You get me? Of course then you get some fish that come up straight away. Like when I was a child, your first spring fish came into here. It used to be open the 1st of February, this place open. Now it doesn't open until the 1st of March. But it used to open the 1st of February. And all the majority of spring fish came through were 15 to 20 pound weight. It was nothing to get a 20 pound salmon back in them days. Your average salmon was up around 12, 15 and it was nothing to get a 20 pound salmon. And then after that, the first run of spring fish, the April flyers, they'd come on like clockwork. And all the April flyers, then they'd come up and they'd be about 8, 9 pound weight, small, stocky balls of silver, you know. Then after that, in around the middle of Thursday, beginning of May, you'll see the lamprey eels that come up. then you'd know the pail were due to come on it next. Now when the pail came on, the majority pail were like 7 pound, 8 pound weight. If you got a 5 pound pail, it was classed as a small pail. Nowadays, if you get a 5 pound pail, it's classed as a fine pail. That's because the monofilament nets went from this wide to that wide. So any fish that meets them nets, anything over 3 pound will not get through them nets. The only fish that'll get up the river over 3 pound are fish that didn't cross them nets. So that was it. And then you bring in your pail. You might have a pail about 8 pound weight and you bring them in to sell them. And they class them as a salmon, because anything over 7 pound was classed as a salmon. And then you might have a salmon that's only just below 7 pound. Watch him going over it, lads. Fish gone over it there, look. I know, did you see him? There's one gone over it there anyway. He was right enough in fairness though. But anything below 7 pound in, even if it was a salmon, he was classed as a pail. That was the cut-off point. 7 pound over salmon, 7 pound under pail. And like we know, we used to get pail up to 8 pound weight and go in and sell them as salmon. First thing you get salmon below 7 pound and you go in and sell them as pail. But that'd be rare you get small salmon. All the salmon were naturally big salmon, the pail were all big. Balls of silver, man. So you get that made, then you'd have another run of pail and salmon in around. You mean the June? Every month you'd have new runs of fish coming and coming. Now you don't get many spring fish. I think the April flyers are the thing of the past. You never hear of an April flyer run anymore. Not down around here anyway. Maybe they have them up to where you are. But they most definitely don't have them above in the upper Shannon. Because I'd be out there on the lake in Killaloe fishing the dry fly, trout fishing. Fantastic lake for fishing the dry fly too. But they always have all the gates are all closed. They keep the salmon back till the salmon are as red as fucking berries. And they just don't let the salmon through. They have full control. And you wouldn't mind, but the weir, the pass that they have out there in Killaloe, I think they call it the Partine Weir, even though it's out in Killaloe. Partine's on the outer road. But the pass to have, the fish pass is fantastic. I used to have videos up online, but my channel was terminated there last year, the year before, for telling the truth. So I opened up a new channel. I had the other channel 12 years, they terminated. Because I used to cover everything, not just fishing. I'd cover all truths as well that no one wants to talk about. But so sub up to the channel, lads, and hit the bell for notifications if you're interested in the video. And if you're not and you're bored, no one's asking you to watch it, shove on. So yeah, lads, so that's the crack. Anyway, so that fish that we do over there, he was about 4 or 5 pound now, about 5 pound I'd say. Then it was, I can tell it was a male fish too by the shape of him gone on. See, that's what happens when you, any fisherman now that hears my voice knows he's right. As you can tell the difference in your fish. This time of year it's very easy to notice the male from the female. Even at a distance. Normally you need to look at the crook in the mouth and be up close to tell. But look, when you're a fisherman you know these things. So that's one gone over there anyway, lads. So we'll keep an eye on it. My video editing software is a bit ghost at the minute, so I can't edit the videos. I'll try. If I can, I will. And if I can't, it's just going to go up this way. So that's one fish gone over it. So I presume a few fish went this morning. He's not there on his own, and that's a fact. Fish are never on their own, as you know. They're always in a little school of fish. But yeah, it's a great hole there for holding fish too, that. I guarantee there's fish in it now this very minute. They usually batter up this side here, the far side over there. He went up now, just out there. But I come out in October there, you'll see them around the place there. That's if they're there. They were there last October, plenty of them around there. Plenty now, is in 30 or 40 fish I see swimming around. I mean, nothing to compare to what you see years ago. There's another weir up there, it's gone now, they tore it down. The Ballyclock weir, another fantastic weir. There used to be a fish pass in the middle like steps. As I said before, the people who built the weirs years ago really knew what they were doing. That used to have steps over there. So they tore them down, did it, and made a dog's dinner of the whole thing. water's perfect out of lads. As I said, I just see fish going. So obviously fish went this morning. There'll be fish sneaking through it for the day, don't you know. So if I can edit the videos, I'll give you more of a look, because I can't stay long now. I gotta go again. I'm trying to get out fishing this evening now for sure. I'll try and get back out here this evening. Please God, all going well. So fishermen for around Ireland, the fishermen in the world, keep her lit, lads. Keep her lit, and remember, only our rivers run free. And some of them don't, as I said. Because when you put a dam across them, well, that's that goes. I see an old shop, passing shop there, they said a whole a side of salmon, a full side of him, €25. I said, yeah, but you'd never see saying a half a salmon, wild salmon.